Daily Words of God.
Knowing the work of God is no simple matter. You should have standards and an objective in your pursuit. You should know how to seek the true way and how to measure whether or not it is the true way and whether or not it is the work of God. What is the most basic principle in seeking the true way? You have to look at whether or not there is the work of the Holy Spirit, whether or not these words are the expression of the truth, who is testified, and what it can bring you. Distinguishing between the true way and the false way requires several aspects of basic knowledge, the most fundamental of which is to tell whether or not there is the work of the Holy Spirit. For the substance of man's belief in God is the belief in the Spirit of God. Even his belief in God incarnate is because this flesh is the embodiment of the Spirit of God, which means that such belief is still the belief in the Spirit. There are differences between the Spirit and the flesh, but because this flesh comes from the Spirit and is the Word become flesh, thus what man believes in is still the inherent substance of God. And so, in distinguishing whether or not it is the true way, above all, you must look at whether or not there is the work of the Holy Spirit. After which, you must look at whether or not there is the truth in this way. This truth is the life disposition of normal humanity, which is to say, that which was required of man when God created him in the beginning, namely, all of normal humanity, including human sense, insight, wisdom, and the basic knowledge of being man. That is, you need to look at whether or not this way takes man into a life of normal humanity, whether or not the truth that is spoken of is required according to the reality of normal humanity, whether or not this truth is practical and real, and whether or not it is most timely. If there is truth, then it is able to take man into normal and real experiences. Man, furthermore, becomes ever more normal. Man's human sense becomes ever more complete. Man's life in the flesh and the spiritual life become ever more orderly, and man's emotions become ever more normal. This is the second principle. There is one other principle, which is whether or not man has an increasing knowledge of God, whether or not experiencing such work and truth can inspire a love of God in him and bring him ever closer to God. In this can be measured whether or not it is the true way. Most fundamental is whether this way is realistic rather than supernatural, and whether or not it is able to provide the life of man. If it conforms to these principles, the conclusion can be drawn that this way is the true way. I say these words not to make you accept other ways in your future experiences, nor as a prediction that there will be the work of another new age in the future. I say them so that you may be certain that the way of today is the true way, so that you will not only be half sure in your belief toward the work of today and unable to gain insight into it. There are even many who, despite being certain, still follow in confusion. Such certainty has no principle to it, and they must be eliminated sooner or later. Even those who are especially ardent in their following are 3 parts sure and 5 parts unsure, which shows that they have no foundation. Because your caliber is too poor and your foundation is too shallow, you have no understanding of differentiation. God does not repeat His work. He does not do work that is not realistic. He does not make excessive requirements of man, and He does not do work that is beyond the sense of man. All the work He does is within the scope of man's normal sense and does not exceed the sense of normal humanity. And His work is according to man's normal requirements. If it is the work of the Holy Spirit, man becomes ever more normal, and his humanity becomes ever more normal. Man has an increasing knowledge of his disposition, which has been corrupted by Satan, and of the essence of man, and he has an ever greater longing for the truth. That is to say, the life of man grows and grows, and the corrupt disposition of man becomes capable of more and more changes, all of which is the meaning of God becoming the life of man. If a way is incapable of revealing those things that are the essence of man, is incapable of changing the disposition of man, and, moreover, is incapable of bringing him before God, or give him a true understanding of God, and even causes his humanity to become ever more lowly, and his sense ever more abnormal, then this way must not be the true way, and it may be the work of an evil spirit or the old way. In short, it cannot be the present work of the Holy Spirit. You have believed in God for all these years, yet you have no inkling of the principles for differentiating between the true way and the false way, or for seeking the true way. Most people aren't even interested in these matters. They merely go where the majority go, and repeat what the majority say. How is this someone who seeks the true way? And how can such people find the true way? If you grasp these several key principles, then whatever happens, you will not be deceived. Today, it is crucial that man be able to make distinctions. This is what should be possessed by normal humanity, and what man must possess in his experience. If, even today, man still distinguishes nothing in his following, and his human sense still has not grown, then man is too foolish, and his pursuit is mistaken and deviated. There is not the slightest differentiation in your pursuit today. And while it is true, as you say, you have found the true way, have you gained it? Have you been able to distinguish anything? What is the substance of the true way? In the true way, you have not gained the true way. You have not gained anything of the truth, which is to say, you have not achieved that which God requires of you, and thus there has been no change in your corruption. If you continue to pursue in this way, you will ultimately be eliminated. Having followed to this day, you should be certain that the way that you have taken is the right way, and should have no further doubts. Many people are always uncertain and stop pursuing the truth because of some small matters. Such people are those who have no knowledge of God's work. They are those who follow God in confusion. People who do not know God's work are incapable of being His intimates or of bearing testimony to Him. I advise those who only seek blessing and only pursue that which is vague and abstract to pursue the truth as soon as possible, so that their life may have significance. Do not fool yourselves anymore.